Senator Howard Baker, a longtime legend in the United States Senate, has passed away at the age of 88. Mitch McConnell, the Senate Republican leader, just issuing a statement. It is with great sadness that I announce the passing of one of the Senate's most towering figures, Senator Howard Baker. The Senate sends its sincere condolences to the family of Senator Baker. A lot of us remember Senator Baker. Many years after leaving the Senate, he was the White House Chief of Staff to President Ronald Reagan, had a very, very distinguished career. We certainly remember him as the Vice Chair of the Senate Select Committee on Presidential Campaign Activities, also known as the Watergate Committee. Gloria Borger is here. Ron Bronston is here. Gloria, give us a thought on Howard Baker, because he really was a legendary, towering figure here in Washington.
He was one of the great leaders of the United States Senate. I had the opportunity to cover him when he was in the Senate. I also covered his presidential campaign in 1980, which lasted about 5 minutes. But he was one of those senators who could walk across the aisle, could cut deals, was respected on both sides of the aisle. He was, some used to call him the great conciliator. These days in the Republican Party, that would be taken as something negative. But back when he was leading the Senate, it was a very positive thing. He also went on to become our ambassador to Japan and served there honorably and in a distinguished way. So a great man from Tennessee, and a great career.
And Ron, some of us who are old enough remember those Watergate hearings. He was the vice chairman of those hearings. He uttered those very famous words. Remember, there's a Republican president, Richard Nixon, in the White House. He's a Republican, a leader in the Senate. He said, "What did the president know, and when did he know it?" Historic words, eventually leading to the forced resignation of President Nixon.
For a figure who was slight in stature, he certainly was towering. That adjective is well-deserved, and he really is one of our last links to an era that, as Gloria noted, really has been severed, where the Senate consciously saw itself as a place to mediate the differences in society. His role in the Watergate Committee, ensuring that it would be a truly bipartisan investigation and verdict, helped prevent Watergate from tearing apart the country. And he, I think, continued that kind of role both in the Senate and as Chief of Staff to Ronald Reagan. In all these cases, he helped the Senate and the Congress do what it has done for most of American history, which is find a bridge between the differing points of view in the country. It is a vision of the Senate that is now almost completely gone.